Thick chicks down in Texas, all the way to New Orleans where the girls could catfish. And in LA, every chick's an actress. Hollywood status with the shaded glasses. To Detroit, yeah, the place that I rest, where the ladies got and lalas. And Hot Atlanta, y'all, is one of the best, where they speak Southern slang and smoke la cess. And New York women are way too fresh. Too much on your mind, let me ease that stress. I wish you all were mine, it's so selfish. Maybe I'm feeling myself too much, I guess. But to my ladies all across the globe, in small towns that I don't even know, no, to all local international code. Whether you see me in streets or catch me at shows, I'm calling. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish. I want you to myself, I can't help it. All mine. Yeah, maybe I'm selfish. You're my ladies and I can't. Maybe I'm selfish. I want you to myself, I can't help it. Yeah, no one. Yeah.
I'm Tavis Smiley, and I'm glad to have you with us in this hour. I've been looking forward to this, as promised, a conversation now with comedian, actor, and content creator Affion Crockett. Joins us in this hour to talk about his appearance alongside Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. We'll talk about Affion's new film, A Hip-Hop Story, and his upcoming tour. I am pleased to welcome Affion Crockett to the studios of Tavis Smiley. My friend and brother, how are you today?
Come on, legend.
Get out of here.
I'm blessed, man.
That was Michael McDonald. That's the legend. We just talked to him,
well, it's two legends. There's a lot of legends walking around this earth, and you are indeed one of them, sir.
You are kind, man. You are kind. It's good to have you in studio. Let me start by asking, I get asked about Tavis all the time.
Right.
For obvious reasons.
Right.
Affion, Affion.
Yeah. So the story changes all the time, right? I think my mom might have been, in the fantasy world at the time, playing around with some things.
Yeah.
But, we're going to keep it family.
Yeah, that's your mama. That's your mama, man.
That's my mama.
That's your mama, yeah.
But the story I got from, it's definitely from Africa.
Okay.
Right? I learned that, it was confirmed when I got on Facebook for the first time years and years ago. Mm-hmm. But it was a bunch of Affions.
Yeah.
And some of the name, like the spelling is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are Affion with the G on the end of it, Affion. Mm-hmm. But I'm told that it's from Ghana and it means love.
Okay.
And so when I raised my eyebrow to that, I just started to put words together like affinity, affection, like so those AFF prefix names. Mm-hmm. It's not far fetched that it might be associated with love or something.
Yeah. And how do you process? This is getting serious now. You're a comedian. We getting too serious already.
Hey man, you know what?
We'll do both.
People don't understand. I actually am more cerebral than I am comical.
I know a lot of folk that way. I trust me. If I had a dime for the number of times in my career where I've had comedians on, and I thought we were going this way, and it went left on me.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful left.
Of course.
It's a beautiful left, man, because I'm going to go wherever you go.
Well, this is going to be another left.
Well, let's go left then.
And I'm also left-handed, so let's get to it.
There you go. That means you're really bright then if you're left-handed. They said the gifted ones are all left-handed.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. But I'm right-handed, so I don't know what that means. Let me just ask you this, though, again, following you. What does it mean? How do you wear the garment of having a name that means love?
Well, you are...
That's a serious thing, man.
No, you are what is spoken over you.
Yes.
Right? So I go back to the Abram and Sarai before God changed their name to Abraham and Sarah.
Oh, we getting deep here. We getting deep.
We're going left.
Let's go.
So he changed their names so that every time they spoke to each other, mother of princes and kings, and I'm misquoting, I'm sure, but the purpose was because they were both so up in age, and her womb was barren, and she just didn't have the faith to believe that what God spoke to her was going to come true. So he was like, all right, I'm going to change your name. So every time y'all just walking around the house, and now you say, instead of Abram, it's Abraham, and it means father of many nations. And your name is now from Sarai to Sarah. You will be speaking over each other the promise that I'm speaking to you, that I'm telling you. So every time someone says Affion, they're saying love. So my whole life, I've been a giver, even when I don't want to give to certain people, even when people get on your nerves. There's something about me that embraces people and wants to have that unity moment. People have been asking me for months what I thought about the Kendrick and Drake battle, and I'm like, look, I'm a unity guy. If it's for sport and it's really just about a contest, lyrical contest, I'm all for it. But it became so much more outside of that, and it became about attacking each other's families, and the cities are now against it. Like, it's just too much. So for me, the love in me doesn't enjoy that. I would rather, I can't wait to see the day when they all are like on stage together and squashing whatever is going on right now.
I got questions about that. But what I'm thinking about is the juxtaposition between what you just heard and the clip I'm going to play you. When I tell you,
completely different person.
Exactly. When I tell you, brothers and sisters can embody a whole lot of stuff. That we are.
You can say it. I threw you for a loop.
That we are complex. That we are textured. That we are layered. Okay, Miles. I'm still thinking of Michael McDonald. Miles, to prove the point I just made of how complex, how multifaceted this brother is. Just play the clip, please.
Hey, brother. I'm gonna be real with you. We detectives, and we need to borrow a car real quick because we're in the middle of a case and it's an emergency.
Let me see some ID.
Well, actually, I don't have no idea. It's a long story, but they're trying to frame us. But come on, help a brother out.
I feel you. I do, brother. I really do.
So you let me get a car?
No. I've been working here 10 years, brother, okay? What you want to do, huh? I can't, you want to just give you a free car because we brothers?
Yeah, brother to brother. Brother's in trouble. Brother's in distress.
Help brother. No, so I lose my job. What? But we cool, though, right? That's all good?
Yes, we brothers.
I got 3 kids and a Labradoodle. He need hip surgery. That's $43,000. I need to pay for that with this damn job.
Oh, come on, brother. It's an emergency, brother. I'm your brother. What?
We had a cookout? What?
You a good man.
I
You a good man.
I'm a
I
good
get
man.
you care about your family and your dog, but we in trouble right now, brother.
Yeah.
Come here, brother.
Mrs. Weinstein, how you doing? Yeah, leave it right there. I'll be right over. No.
That's how you gonna
It's
do
called
it.
a code switch.
Oh, you one of them code switch huh?
Hello. It's you.
He's a textured, multi-layered brother. And we'll talk about that part when we come forward with Afion Crockett on Tavis Smiley.
You're listening to Tavis Smiley. Ranked number 45 on the Heavy 100 list of the 100 most important radio talk show hosts in America.
Make a move into a home of your own. With City National Bank's Ladder Up Home Loan Grant, you could receive up to $20,000 that you never need to pay back. Use it toward your down payment, save on closing costs, or to buy down your mortgage rate. Find out more at cnb.com/ladderuphome. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Property must be in a qualifying market in California, New York, or New Jersey. Additional terms and conditions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. Terms are subject to change without notice. City National Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC. NMLS number 536994.
Have you been a victim of discrimination at a private business, by a landlord while seeking housing, by an employer, or by an academic institution? If so, the LA Civil Rights Department may be able to help. Please contact us at CRE@lacity.org or call 213-978-1845. Again, 213-978-1845 or visit laisforeveryone.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process /JOY.
Who do you trust to get at the truth? Tavis Smiley. That's who. The conversation continues right now.
It does indeed with Afion Crockett, who I'm honored to have on this program. Moments ago, you heard us play some sound, a little clip from Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F. And I've talked to Eddie any number of times over the years, and when I saw the movie and I saw that scene with you in it, knowing that you were going to come on the program for a conversation, I started processing what it will mean for the rest of your career to have this clip of you doing your thing next to Eddie? Talk to me.
Brother Tavis, it's Eddie's the reason I do this. From the time I was 7, maybe 8 years old, me and my mom and my uncle, and I mean pretty much my whole family, but yeah, we would watch SNL for Eddie.
We all did.
Yeah.
For Eddie. Yeah.
He changed the fabric of what that show is, and he made it his own. So me seeing him early on, and then 48 Hours, Trading Places, these are classic films. So seeing him do this thing, and I didn't, at the time, I'm 7, 8 years old, so I don't know what I want to do. What I do know is he inspires me. This guy doing whatever he's doing is inspiring to me. And I want to try to feel whatever he feels, do whatever it is he does. Again, not knowing that I want to be a comedian. That decision didn't come until way later. But now, coming full circle from that moment of him being my biggest inspiration to then trading wits with him on screen, it's still is surreal to me. Yeah. I still have to pinch myself to understand that, wait, I'm actually on screen now with Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop 4, the iconic Axel F. Like, I'm there now. I'm in the fabric. I'm doing the same role that Chris Rock had in Beverly Hills Cop Part 2, the valet. You know what I mean? And think of all the countless legendary cameos that the movie has had. Damon Wayans with the bananas in Part 1.
Go on, take the bananas. Take the
you know what I mean? So it is a godsend. It is a blessing. It is a pinch me moment that the guy that literally taught me from afar I'm now on screen with him.
Let me go inside, because I've heard all kinds of stories about these and talked to Eddie and talked to Arsenio here and there over the years. But give me some sense, or not some sense, give me the sense. Take me into that moment. First of all, where you get the phone call that confirms that you're going to be this guy with Eddie in this.
Let me tell you something. I almost jumped through the phone and kicked my agent in the chest because he calls me nonchalantly about something else. Right. And we're sitting there talking about this thing, which I don't even remember what it was. It was something so minuscule. And we're sitting there talking on the phone, and I'm just like, all right, well, yeah, go ahead and do what you got to do with that, and just let me know how it ends up. He's like, all right, cool. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, you booked the part in Beverly Hills Cop. Hey, man, lead with that.
Yeah, I buried the lead.
Lead with that information right away. And the way he said it, I could tell that he does not understand who Eddie Murphy is or who Eddie Murphy is to us, because he's, and so it just was like, what?
Just sort of nonchalantly.
Just nonchalantly throws that out there. I'm like, you should have opened up the conversation with that right there.
All right, so now take me fast forward to being on the set. This is your hero.
Yes.
This is the guy, as you said earlier, who has been the reason and the rationale for why you do what you do.
Yeah.
And now you're in this scene with him. Take me inside that scene. What's it like recording a scene with Eddie Murphy? This scene.
Bro, the director, I mean, everyone's on set, right? So it's the whole, Jerry Bruckheimer's right over there in the tent. It's legendary Jerry Bruckheimer.
Exactly.
There's all these people on set just watching, right? But they're in Video Village, they're in the tent, and they say, hey, let's rehearse the scene. Eddie's ready, and Eddie is very don't waste his time kind of a guy. He's very quiet, very reclusive, very, cerebral.
Until the light comes on.
Yeah. Right? So they say, all right, we're going to rehearse the scene. And so, I'm already like, I'm making sure I got my lines. I'm studying. I've been studying for the past 2 weeks. They said, we're going to rehearse the scene. I said, all right, let's get it. I'm ready, And he starts saying his lines, but he's freestyling. He's going off the page. And I'm like, money. That's because I love that. That's where I live. I dance in the freestyle space.
It didn't freak you out then?
Not at all.
Okay, go for it.
And so I start going.
All right.
I follow him. I break him. He laughs. In the rehearsal.
You win. You win. If you broke Eddie and you made Eddie laugh, you win.
Bro, stamped. Forever stamped.
Oh, my goodness.
So I like to equate those moments to just extreme preparedness.
Yeah.
Always being ready for the big moment, for the big stage, never shying away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had a lot of practice. Like I had to do the same thing with Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac, Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
I had to do it before.
Yeah.
So, Eddie is just that. He's the top of the pagoda. He's
okay. Just between the two of us, ain't nobody listening. Just you and me.
Right.
Ain't nobody listening.
Ain't nobody listening.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just you and me.
Right.
We're nationwide, but it's just you and me.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. We're nationally syndicated, but it's just
talk
you
to
and
me
me.
one-on-one.
Yeah. When you broke Eddie, this is Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
This is
the master.
This is the Eddie Murphy.
He's the guy.
When you broke him up in rehearsal and made him laugh,
yeah,
what'd that do for you on the inside?
It's everything. Yeah. It's the ultimate validation that a comedian that has respect.
Yeah.
Because some comedians don't revere those that paved the way. Mm-hmm. Some comedians lead with ego, and whatever the fame or money it is that they're accumulating. Mm-hmm. I always lead with reverence. It just has to be that way. Unless somebody does something crazy and disrespects my family or something, I'm going to always hold that reverence for you. And especially him being, no one has done what Eddie has done yet to date. No one.
And may never.
And may never.
Yeah.
No one has been able to hold that slot and have that many classic movies, be that talented, played as many characters as him. He's just a brilliant to get him to laugh, to understand that that I could what I'm doing is of the fabric that makes the master laugh. That's the validation right there.
This story reminds me, I've been fortunate in my career to interview just about everybody, and I'm reminded now of an interview I did years ago with Burt Reynolds.
Oh wow.
And Burt Reynolds said to me in this conversation that he didn't read reviews, he didn't read critics. And I asked him, of course, why not? And like, what happened in your career that made you all of a sudden stop reading reviews, stop reading critics, yada, yada, yada. He said, good question, Tavis. He said, I was in a restaurant one day having dinner. I looked across the room and I saw Marlon Brando. He said, he's much earlier in my career, but I stopped reading reviews years ago. He said, I was in a restaurant, I see Marlon Brando across the room, and I walk over to pay homage to the master, Mr. Brando. And I say to him, I'm a huge fan, I'm a young actor, my name is Burt Reynolds, yada, yada, yada. Marlon interrupts him and says, I know who you are. I've seen a couple of your projects. He says, and you're really good. You are really good. You got a great career in front of you, kid. You are a really good actor. And Burt Reynolds said to me, Tavis, from that moment on, everybody else can kiss my behind.
There's nothing.
He said Marlon Brando told me.
The Marlon
Brando told me I was a good actor.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Can anybody tell you anything now? That Eddie Murphy has put his stamp, his imprimatur on you?
Listen, I know we only have an hour, but I have that moment several times over with at least 4 legends.
Give it to me. We got time. Give it to me. So Eddie's one.
Eddie is one.
Give it to me.
The most shocking, this is the most shocking and surreal. Even as I experienced it in real time, it still feels like it was a dream and it didn't really happen in real life. I go to, I'm just going to set it up for you.
Set it up, brother.
I went to a party in a mansion, right? I'm going to just set it up that way. I went to a party in a mansion. It was somebody's house, but I'm going to just, party in a mansion. I felt like I was out of place. I was underdressed. I had my baseball cap on to the back, hoodie on. And I was like, man, some of my friends are musicians, so they really want me to come to this party. So I'm in this party, standing against the wall. There's a band playing in the living room. Shaka Khan is performing with. Oh
Lord, I know where this is going.
With the band, right?
Keep going.
Stevie Wonder's chilling. He's just chilling over there in the corner with a few of his friends and entourage. There's legends all around the room. Brother Smiley, I am standing against the wall because I don't want to be seen, because I just don't want to interrupt the iconic energy in this room, because I'm not a person, right? At this moment, out of my peripheral view, I see a dot of purple.
I was in the mansion that night.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's why I said I know where this story is going.
You know what I'm talking
I
about.
was there that night. But finish your story,
brother. Walks up to me, and when you said the Brando Burt Reynolds story, when you told the story, the same words came out of this guy's mouth. He walks up to me, extends his hand first, and I turn and I shake Prince's hand, and he says, "I've seen you on TV. You're really good." What? What? Bro, I'm to this day it doesn't feel real, right? I connected the dots and realized that at the time, Wild 'N Out was a really big show. The two black comedy shows that were really big at the time was Chappelle Show and Wild 'N Out.
Chappelle Show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Prince and Cat Williams were friends. So he watched the show. So he saw me and walked up to me and said, "I'm good." I'm
just before you go further, I'm just cracking up.
You were there.
That's where I'm headed. Life is so interesting. I remember this night vividly. This is our first time meeting. You honor me by coming into the studio. I'm trying to celebrate you. Right. I don't know where this conversation is going to go. You're telling this story. Negro, I was there. Prince is one of my best friends, as you may know.
That I did not know that.
Well, this audience knows. One of my best friends. I traveled the world with him. You know, the guitar that he played at Super Bowl on Purple Rain is cymbal guitar. He gifted me that guitar. The most classic.
I'm also friends with Nandy and Maya that danced with him in the rain.
Love them.
On that, yeah.
But for you to tell this story about that party that night, and when you started telling it, you said a mansion, and I'm thinking, okay. And then you say, Chaka's there.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, if he says Stevie Wonder, I'm going to fall out this chair.
Yeah.
I remember this night, and if you stayed for the party, then you saw Stevie and Chaka and Prince do it together.
Yes.
Inside this house.
Yes.
Just an amazing night. It only happened like one time that way, and you were there. And the fact that you're telling me this story, and I was there.
Yeah.
And now we meet in this. Are you feeling me?
I'm understanding.
Now we meet in this studio all these years later.
The synergy is there's no accidents in this world, right?
Okay, so we got. I'm watching my time. We got Eddie. We got Prince. You said there were 4. Give me the next one.
So I am at a screening, some type of film premiere in Beverly Hills, and I see. I'm gonna just say the name. I see the Queen Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
And I walk up, and it was a moment where it was like casual. You know what I mean? It didn't feel intrusive. So I was just like, Miss Queen Angela Bassett. I just want to say I'm a huge fan of your work. I know you hear it all the time, but I really mean that. Like, you are really one of the greatest we have ever had. She says, "Oh, thank you, Afion. That was amazing. Thank you for. That's so sweet of you." I said, "Wait."
She called your name.
Wait a second.
Okay.
How do you even know me? She says, "Come on, you did Soul Man with Sam Jackson and Bernie Mac. I love that movie, right?" Yeah. And I'm just sitting there, just like jaw is open. IG, I don't normally name drop like this, but we gotta tell the story. I'm sitting across from the legendary Tavis Smiley.
And you're dropping because I'm asking you, so there's your excuse.
Yes.
I'm asking you.
So no, to the whole point of the Burt Reynolds not reading reviews, I don't need nobody to tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Not one thing. Right. Because the people that have shaped the culture are actually like recognizing what the little crumbs that I've been able to contribute, they're recognizing it, and I'm just like, I'm forever grateful. I'm humbled. I love waking up every day and being able to do this.
I got a really bright audience, and they don't miss anything. So they heard you say 4. We've done 3.
Okay.
So we did Eddie.
So
because they'll call and cuss me out.
We
the
in
Negro
LA.
said 4 times. You didn't ask about the 4th one.
Right.
So I don't want to get cussed out today. So we said Eddie. We said Eddie. We
Yeah.
said Prince. We said Angela. And the question initially that started all this was, we can't tell you nothing because you've already been told by the people that you need to be told by that you got talent.
Yeah.
Who's the fourth one?
So I'm doing a commercial, and I'm in my trailer, and I already knew who I was doing the commercial with.
Right.
And since we in LA will appreciate this story. Dr. Dre is one of the co-stars of the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
So as I'm in my trailer, just kind of like nervous, like, oh man, I don't know how this is gonna go. He literally drives. At the time, he had a Range Rover. He drives the Range Rover up to my trailer door.
Oh, that thought. Dr. Dre drives the Range up to Affion Crockett's trailer door.
Trailer door.
When we come forward, the rest of the story, you're listening to Tavis Smiley.
Seeking the truth. Speaking the truth. This is the Tavis Smiley Show.
Paid for by government.com. Did you know? The United States Mint has issued a new Morgan silver dollar coin in proof condition for the first time. Not only that, they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 400,000 of these legal tender silver dollars were issued. These first ever Morgan silver dollars are brand new with stunning mirror-like finish, minted by the iconic San Francisco Mint. Call now and you're guaranteed a new first ever 99.9% pure silver proof Morgan dollar. To learn more, call 1-800-973-9717. If you order now, you will receive a free coin collector bonus pack, a $25 value, free with every order. Call 1-800-973-9717 now to secure your new Morgan silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-973-9717.
I'm Ray Harris, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Donald Trump is challenging President Biden to another debate and a round of golf. Trump suggested that they hold the debate this week. However, President Biden is in Washington, D.C. to attend the NATO summit with other world leaders. Trump also challenged Biden to an 18-hole golf match. The city of New York has been in an all-out war for years. Now there's a change in the strategy to get the upper hand on rats that have taken over the 5 boroughs. A plan that includes mandatory trash bins and garbage bags will be phased out. All residential buildings will be required to containerize their trash to help lower the rat population. And that's the latest. I'm Ray Harris on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Hey DQ fans, behold the DQ Freezer. Not just an ordinary freezer, but an extraordinary freezer, holding all of the DQ Blizzard Treat flavors of the past. Now it's opening its doors for the Salted Caramel Truffle Blizzard Treat, only at participating DQ locations.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The next opportunity for you to evaluate Bronny James and his NBA future happens today at 4 p.m. LeBron's son and the Lakers rookie team will play the Miami Heat in the final game of the California Classic in San Francisco. Bronny sat out Monday's game with a sore left knee, but he will be in the lineup today. You can catch the game live on ESPN2. After the game, the Lakers rookie team heads to Las Vegas to get ready for the NBA Summer League. The Sparks lost at home to Minnesota last night. The Sparks are now 5-16 in the WNBA. They are 1-10 since June 9th. The Dodgers were pounded by Philadelphia last night. Dodgers right-hander Bobby Miller gave up 9 earned runs in just 4 innings. Congratulations to Corey Thompson. He's the new men's basketball coach at Winston-Salem State University. Thompson played at the HBCU school from 1998 to 2002. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, I'm Zoe Williams, a.k.a. the voice of reason, encouraging you to join me weekdays from 7 to 9 p.m. for the world's most intriguing relationship radio roundtable. Every night, I facilitate and encourage our loyal listeners to participate in the most engaging relationship discussions you'll hear anywhere. So make it a point to rendezvous with me, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Trust me, your relationships will never be the same. The VOR is on fire tonight.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black. This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
SoCal on July 14th. Big 3. We're back. The world's greatest basketball in the summer. The Big 3. There's simply no comparison, no competition.
They not like us.
That's right, they not like us. We own the summer with our traditional hard-nosed brand of basketball. The Big 3, founded by Ice Cube. It's professional 303 basketball with former NBA greats and Hall of Fame coaches. Come out to the Honda Center July 14th. Hang with your homeboy Ice Cube and watch the greatest game in the summer. It's your homeboy Ice Cube. It's the Big 3, Season 7. The hottest game of the summer. I'll be in the house with your favorite Big 3 players and Hall of Fame coaches. Get your tickets at big3.com/tickets. Oh, yay.
Smart talk for curious people just like you. You're listening to Tavis Smiley.
You listen to Tavis Smiley and Affion Crockett, who appears in Beverly Hills Cop 4, Axel F. with Eddie Murphy. We'll get to his film, A Hip Hop Story, later in this conversation. But he has been regaling us with stories in answer to a question I posed a while ago. I essentially asked him, in case you just tuned in, whether or not we can tell him anything, because he broke Eddie Murphy on the set of Axel F. And if you can break Eddie Murphy, the master, then can't anybody tell you nothing as a comedian. You have the imprimatur of one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
There's Pryor and there's Eddie Murphy.
Man.
So I said to him, can't anybody tell you nothing? He said, well, it's not just Eddie. I've had a few experiences where y'all Negroes really can't tell me nothing now.
Nothing.
Because these folk have said to me, I'm gifted, I'm talented, I'm good. The first person to do that on the list was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Then Prince. Then Angela Bassett.
Yes.
And when we last were talking to Affion Crockett moments ago, he was telling us on the set of a commercial, Dr. Dre pulls up in his range to his trailer door. Pick it up from there, sir.
So Dr. Dre, Compton's own, he pulls up to the trailer door. He knocks. I open the door, and he runs up the stairs. I move out the way, and he runs up rapping my lyrics from the movie Soul Man. My name is Lester, the court jester, all you other rap dumb master. I have Dr. Dre, who wrote some of the most classic records ever in hip-hop that I've been rapping since I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. He's now rapping lyrics that I wrote for a movie. Mm-hmm. It doesn't get any better than that. You understand me? But I'll throw you a bonus.
You got a bonus for me. So we got Eddie, we got Prince, we got Angela, we got Dre.
I'm leaving a few names off.
But you got one bonus.
I got one bonus for you because I know we don't have a lot of time. So I'm instead of telling you the story, how about we play it from my Instagram? There's a clip.
Okay.
It's a recent clip too.
So now you tossing the clips on my show.
I'm tossing the clips, brother.
Okay.
Come on, man. This is another iconic legend talking to me about my performance in A Hip Hop Story, my film.
And the yoga thing and Bali and all that. And he was like, yeah, guys, I'm going to go a watch party, and just send me the link. I know it's going to disappear. You guys are in control of it, but just send it to me in the next 24 hours.
she was not really high level character work.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. I can't see it sometimes. You can't recognize the depth and difficulty of what the actor's doing because it's so flawless you can't see. It was like Eddie with the clumps.
Yeah.
Like it was
the
like
nuances of what's separating each character at the table.
Yes, like you can't see that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's different. That's a different level than I thought when I watched this. I was like, oh, he really captured it. I was like, Russell, stop doing Afion. Yeah, that was different. That was different.
That's not crazy.
Yeah, that was different. Really,
Yeah, that's quite a list. Eddie, Prince, Angela, Dre, and Big Willie.
Will Smith. And here's the crazy thing.
Big Willie.
You know when we had that conversation?
What was this?
We were in Miami on the set of Bad Boys, and he's dressed as Mike Lowry. He's in the middle of a scene,
shouting you out,
shouting me out,
bigging you up.
My life is beautiful. That's all I can tell you.
I'm sitting listening to all these stories, and I'm thinking, and I'll let you opine on this, but I'm thinking, Avion Crockett, this is a long way from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Long. That was a journey.
Yeah.
I drove in my white car across the nation with
what kind of car you drive?
Mazda 626.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And I drove across country and had all my belongings in my trunk, and yeah, I was determined. But the crazy thing is, if you understand spiritual journeys and spiritual energy, the minute I drove across the California state line, it was almost like a hand going into a glove. I felt it in my body that I was going into the right place. It just was
you belonged.
Peace. Oh my goodness. It was ridiculously tangible. I could feel it. And so, God had me the whole way.
There's a great line. I don't know that your career has arrived at this place. I think it has. If I'm wrong, you can disabuse me of this notion. But there's a great line in the movie Broadcast News starring the late, great William Hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And the line in this movie, Afion, is the following. It's a question, essentially. What do you do when your life exceeds your dreams? What do you do when your life exceeds your dreams? I have a similar story. I'm not in Hollywood. I'm in the profession that I'm in. But I did the same thing. I drove my Datsun 280Z.
Yeah.
From Indiana, out here by myself, having no idea that that the kid from Indiana, by way of Mississippi, would ever be blessed to do all the stuff that I've been blessed to do. Mm-hmm. And I've told the story many times. There were a couple of times I could hear Gladys Knight and the Pips warming up.
Right.
L.A. proved too much for the man. He couldn't make it. He's leaving the life he's come to know. I mean, I heard them warming up a few times, but I stuck it out.
Yeah.
And I've been blessed beyond measure. As I say all the time, if I complained about anything in my life, I'd be an ingrate. So I know that story of getting in your car and driving out here by yourself, trying to make it work. But the question is, what do you do when your life exceeds your dreams? This has to be so much more than you ever imagined.
Dream bigger.
My man. I tell folks that all the time, but you're the first Negro I've ever told that to who shot the answer back at me before I gave it to them. When your life exceeds your dreams, what do? You dream bigger dreams.
Yeah.
Keep going.
The funny thing about it is, as much as I've done, right, I have a resume.
Yeah.
But in my fabric, I feel like I'm just starting.
Yeah.
Partially because I live in such a progressive, prophetic place in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to balance that out. I have to be content with what I have right now because the prophetic place is so much bigger.
Oh, yeah.
The dreams are so much bigger that it feels like I haven't accomplished anything. Even though I know that that's false.
Yeah.
But it feels like that sometimes to my carnal mind. So I got to balance it, man, and really, again, dream bigger, but not to the point where the bigger dream is such a thing that I'm suffering in the present. Because I'm not in the dream.
If Denzel Washington or Sidney Poitier, God rest his soul, were here, I've had this conversation with them many times, privately and publicly, I guess. But if they were here, and they're just the two that come to mind immediately because D and Mr. P said this to me so many times, that their careers, they would tell you were they here, were made not essentially by the roles they took, but by the stuff they turned down.
Yes.
They both tell you, Tavis, if you knew the stuff I turned down, it's the stuff I turned down that made my career. Because if I had done some of that stuff, So talk to me about that part. We know what you have done,
right?
But I assume you're cognizant of the stuff that you don't want to do, as you live in this prophetic space inside your head.
It comes with a lot of scrutiny from people who just want what they want from you. So there will be people that will say, he thinks he's all that, or he thinks he's worth this, or he ain't at no level. Why is he saying no to me? My thing is, it has nothing to do with you or your project. It's just that the shots that I'm taking, if I'm Steph Curry, the shots that I'm taking are the ones that I want to make sure goes in, and they're winning me the game. I just can't do everybody's, independent film or TV show when the lighting isn't right. I can't do it. I have to make sure that the moves I make are building strong blocks for this house that I'm building. I just cannot allow myself to do something that is less than brand.
I'm laughing because I was interviewed her any number of times. We became dear friends. But Diane Carroll, the late great, speaking of queens,
of course.
Legendary queen. Interviewing Diane Carroll one time. Never forget it. I was in New York one time, interviewing her on location, and we had a whole crew there. All the lights were set up. We're ready to roll. Diane Carroll walks in, sits in her seat, and asks my AD to turn the monitor around so she can see it. And she says, "Oh no, honey, this will not do. This will not do, honey." Diane Carroll got up and she reset the entire lighting on that whole set. And it took her 25, 30 minutes to do it, but we were not rolling until that lighting was the way she wanted that lighting to be. And I kid you not, obviously, when she got done with it, it was so much better. After she got herself straight, she said, "Now, Tavis, let's get you right." So she got the lighting right for her in her seat.
Wow.
Then she got it right for me, and then she said, "Mr. Smiley, now we can proceed."
Wow.
I laugh at that all the time. You mentioned lighting. Those things matter.
Bro.
Those things matter, man.
I would rather have 60 seconds in an Eddie Murphy and Jerry Bruckheimer movie than play the lead in a really bad low-budget film where I'm the lead for an hour and a half.
That's wisdom speaking. His name is Affion Crockett. More with him when we come forward on Tavis Smiley.
Hope, agency, dignity. This is Tavis Smiley.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month. If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 855-613-7080.
Happy anniversary, KBLA!
KBLA Talk 1580 is now celebrating 3 years of amplifying our voice and uplifting our community. We deeply appreciate your support of this radio station and will always do our level best to earn your support. Here's to many more years of loving and serving our community. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black.
I know it's gonna happen without you.
If you're an adult in need of an accredited high school diploma, the Los Angeles Public Library can help. You could earn one for free in as few as 5 months, online with 24/7 access. You also get a personal academic coach, plus special training focused on 9 in-demand industries, as well as a resume and cover letter to advance your career. Visit the website at lapl.org/diploma. That's lapl.org/diploma.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Let's get back to more of Tavis Smiley right now.
All right, so Afion Crockett, we played the audio, the Instagram, your Instagram of Will Smith, Big Willie, bigging you up, over this project called A Hip Hop Story.
Yes.
Let's play some sound from that and have you tell the audience about A Hip Hop Story. Play it, Mouse.
It's nothing like the down home blues. Who's next? Give him the number one. The number one?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm one of the pioneers of hip-hop. We were living large.
I come out the house and I choke everybody on the block. I will write lyrics, brother.
If I tried to hand you this pen. Hip-hop was alive and well.
Hip-hop is dead. The game is trash right now. These whack MCs are brainwashing these kids. Everybody in the street doing this stupid doodle dance.
What is that?
Meanwhile, we got lyricists who built this, working at burger joint.
Salt and Pepper's here.
Salt.
I love hip-hop, but I hate rap.
They don't respect the OGs no more. Hey, get somebody taller to stock these Johns early.
We gotta bring real hip-hop back. I'm in.
In one ear and right out the other.
Okay? What are you doing here, bro?
Hip-hop needs you.
Now you show up after all this time?
We got some white women with some really fat asses waiting for you.
Okay.
Hip-hop, or bebop, or wobbity bamboo.
Look at my shoes.
That's why I became the pawn father.
I slit my mom's throat with a pair of scissors.
Damn.
A Hip Hop Story. Talk to me, Afion Crockett.
So this is my love letter to hip hop. It's I wrote it in 2008, actually, right? And it was just me wanting to pay homage and put all of my parody characters in one film, but make it tie in with a message. It's really about the Black community and how the Black community is responsible for hip hop and where it is and where it's going, where it was. But funny story as to how you tie into this.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. So the movie is literally like scenes, like going all the way from the beginning where Kool Herc is in the park in the Bronx, creating the art form, and then we flash to all these other iconic people, and me and my friends are playing these different people, right? From Hammer to Run DMC to all, Russell Simmons, Jay-Z, like Biggie. Cedric is playing Biggie. But in the movie, just for for the sake of comedy, everyone's name is different. You know exactly who it is, but it's like Notorious B.A.G. is Notorious B.A.G., Notorious Bag. Run DMC is Ron DNC. Russell Simmons is Roscoe Simons. So when I wrote it in 2008, originally, the scene in the trailer where Joe Budden is interviewing Cornel West, right? That wasn't in there. Originally, Roscoe went to Cornell and asked him to go to the Tavis Smiley show. It's in the script. I had to update it because you're not doing that version of the show anymore. But
I love it.
It was
the Tavis Smiley show.
You were in. This is how legendary and iconic you are. You were in my movie, sir. And if you watch the movie, you understand what it is. Like, the Roscoe character is approached and told that hip hop is in a dangerous place and a declining place. And so he then, in current day, goes around to talk to all these different podcasters and radio, to get it up to par. But you were one of the original scenes in that in the movie.
Our remaining moments with Afion Crockett when we come forward on the Tavis Smiley show.
What's your quarrel with the world? You're listening to Tavis Smiley.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles is a nonprofit law firm that protects and advances the rights of the most underserved, leveling the playing field and ensuring that everyone can have access to the justice system. Every year, LAFLA provides free, high-quality legal services to more than 100,000 people living in poverty across greater Los Angeles. Their unique combination of neighborhood offices, self-help centers at courthouses, and domestic violence clinics puts Legal Aid Foundation of Los Angeles on the front lines in vulnerable communities and at the forefront of change. LAFLA's expert team of attorneys, paralegals, and support staff works to provide direct representation, offer counsel and advice, provide referrals, and educate the community about their legal rights through workshops and seminars. With locations all over LA, you can access their services or volunteer to help no matter where you live. And if you have an urgent issue, call 213-235-0060. That's 213-235-0060. To get legal help, make a donation, or volunteer, visit lafla.org. lafla.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey LA. Today I'm here to talk to you about Grid Alternatives, which is a nonprofit in LA that focuses on renewable energy. We serve communities who have been left out of the renewable energy sector. We offer paid job training, and in 13 weeks, you can become a solar installer. 80% of our graduates get hired into the industry, and once you're hired in the industry, you stop at a high, medium income. That could be $20 an hour or more. 80% of our graduates get hired into the industry. Call today so you don't be left out at 323-861-0105 or gridalternatives.org, gridalternatives.org.
He's rooting for everybody black. Everybody black. More of Tavis Smiley coming your way right now.
He's Afion Crockett. I'm Tavis Wiley, and I'm glad to have you tuned in to this program in the 4 minutes I have left. I was thinking about Hip Hop Story right quick, and all the characters, all the parody characters that you referenced, and I'm thinking this thing comes full circle in tribute to Eddie Murphy. Nobody's played more characters better than that guy.
No.
In so many films.
Nobody.
The Clumps, Norbit. I mean, we could do this all day long.
Yeah, Clumps 1 and 2,
Yeah.
Coming to America, Norbit. No one's done it.
Those characters, man, kill me. I love him.
Brilliant.
In the time I have left, two things I want to cover right quick. One, tell me about, I haven't had a chance, I confess this, haven't had a chance to check this out yet, but I'm anxious to do so. But I was reading about it. Afion Crockett presents Microphone Masters. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so this is a show that I produced with Xfinity, Comcast, NBC Universal, and it's on Xumo Play. Now, even if you're not subscribed to those channels, you can get it for free on Xumo Play. And it's me giving back. It's 3 stand-up specials of 3 comedians that have been putting in work, but they don't necessarily get the big look from bigger networks or big networks. And so a network came, big network like Xfinity and Comcast, they came through. They was like, look, we want to do this thing. And it's me introducing them to the world. And not only are they performing, but I'm interviewing them, sitting down one-on-one to get an idea of who they are as people, as artists, what their journey was like. So it's some, It's me getting my Tavis Smiley on.
Well, I love giving back. I love paying it forward, and I love that part of your work and witness, and I mean that sincerely, your work and your witness. All right, let me close with this. We're heard across the country, and we are heard right now on WVON, the voice of the Negro, in Chicago, where I'll be this summer for a whole week trying to make my way through the madness of the Democratic National Convention, whatever that's going to turn out to be.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be crazy. We shall see, but I'm anxious to get back to Chicago for a week this summer. But you're headed to Chicago before I get to Chicago. Tell me about it.
I'm there in a couple weeks.
There you go.
July 26th, 28th, Chicago Improv. I'm back for the third time. Love that club. It's amazing. The people show up in droves. So, yeah, buy your tickets now. Don't wait. Let's get to it. Chicago.
July
26th to 28th, Chicago Improv in Schaumburg.
There you go. Hey, Fionn, I never know what to expect on any given day. I say all the time, I leave the studio much smarter every day than I come in. And some days I just leave. As a matter of fact, I can just levitate out of here.
Yeah.
I don't even need to walk. I just levitate out. And I can do that today because of you. I have enjoyed this hour so much more. I mean, I knew it would be a great conversation. But good Lord, you took me to heights I didn't know we were going to go, to depths I didn't know we were going to go. But thank you for coming in.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed this immensely. You are welcome back here anytime you want.
Thank you for having me, man. And I'm definitely, anytime you want me back here, please reach out. I'll be back. This was amazing for me as well. You are a legend in our community. Thank you for all the service that you put in over the years and telling stories and interviewing people, doing it the way you do it.
You are too kind. I thank you. I can assure you, Fionn Crockett's first time on this program, but not his last. Just like that, 3 hours gone. Back here tomorrow, Lord willing, to do it all over again. Until tomorrow, thanks for tuning in to Tavis Smiley, and as always, keep the faith.